All right, so you're thinking about using drones for your business in the UK,
Uh-huh.
but you want to go beyond just the hype.
Yeah.
And really get to the bottom of it.
Right.
See what's actually going on.
Absolutely.
Got a really great deep dive for you today.
Okay.
It's based on Beyond the Buzz. Unveiling the True Value of Professional Drone Operations in the UK.
Okay.
Written by Terry Ormiston, who's the founder of Horus Drones.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is going to be a great look
Yeah.
at professional drone services in the UK.
Cool.
So instead of just talking about how cool drones are,
Right.
we're going to explore the practicalities.
Okay.
Things like compliance,
Yeah.
safety,
Uh-huh.
the kind of expertise you actually need, data security,
Right.
and whether it even makes sense to do it yourself
Yeah.
or bring in a specialist like Horus.
That makes sense.
A lot of businesses might think, oh, I'll just buy a drone and figure it out.
Yeah.
But the UK is really serious about drone operations.
They are.
And the regulations really reflect that.
Yeah, for sure.
So the Civil Aviation Authority,
NCA?
they set some pretty strict rules for
Yeah.
commercial drone operations.
Yeah.
And there's good reasons for that.
Right.
Horus Drones, for example.
Okay.
They hold a CA operational authorization,
Oh, wow.
which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Because it shows a real commitment
Yeah.
to the highest standards,
Uh-huh.
even though it's not technically required for all commercial work.
So it's a smart move.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it immediately establishes them
Yeah.
as a serious player in the field.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about the big flashy drones either.
Right.
Even if you're using a lightweight drone for your business,
Okay.
you still need to register it with the CAA.
Oh, really?
It highlights how much emphasis the UK places
Yeah.
on safety and accountability
Uh-huh.
when it comes to drones.
It's not a free-for-all up there.
It's not.
No, not at all.
And speaking of safety,
Yeah.
Horus really emphasizes the importance
Yeah.
of pre-flight risk assessments,
Okay.
which are actually mandatory
Oh, wow.
under UK health and safety laws.
Oh, okay.
They don't just show up and fly.
Right.
They conduct detailed site surveys beforehand
Mm-hmm.
to identify potential hazards,
Okay.
like power lines.
Right.
I was reading about how they analyze weather conditions
Oh, cool.
using these advanced forecasting tools,
Oh, wow.
specifically to assess wind speed.
Right.
Because even if it looks like a clear day,
Yeah.
wind can have a huge impact
It can.
on drone stability.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not just about the weather.
Right.
They also very meticulously verify airspace
Right.
to avoid any conflicts
Yeah.
with other aircraft.
Uh-huh.
And they plan their flight paths very carefully
Okay.
to maximize both safety and efficiency.
So it's that level of meticulous planning
It is.
that sets professional drone services apart?
It does.
Yeah.
They take the guesswork out of safety
Mm-hmm.
so you can feel confident
Yeah.
that your project is going to be executed properly.
Absolutely. And beyond the actual flying.
Right.
The article really emphasizes that true expertise in this field goes far beyond just piloting skills.
It does.
A professional drone service
Uh-huh.
offers a comprehensive solution,
Okay.
and it starts
Yeah.
with understanding your specific needs.
They don't take a one-size-fits-all approach.
They
They
don't.
take the time to figure out
Right.
what problem are you trying to solve
Yeah.
with a drone,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of data you need,
Uh-huh.
and how you want that data delivered.
Yeah.
Whether it's raw data maps,
Ah.
3D models,
Mm-hmm.
or even in-depth reports.
Think about it this way.
Okay.
Horus uses software called Drone Desk
Uh-huh.
to manage their entire operation,
Wow.
from flight planning to
Okay.
record keeping.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
It shows how much thought goes into every aspect of their service.
for sure.
Now, something else that's really important,
Okay.
especially in today's world,
Yeah,
is data handling
right.
and security.
Mm-hmm.
And Horus makes it clear that they take this incredibly seriously.
Good.
They go beyond just saying, we're GDPR compliant.
Yeah,
They actually explain how they encrypt your data,
okay.
both during transfer
Right.
and while it's stored.
Mm-hmm.
And they use secure servers
Uh-huh.
that are located within the UK or the EU.
Okay.
So it's not just about ticking boxes.
Right.
It's about building trust
Yeah,
and providing peace of mind,
right.
knowing that your data is being handled responsibly.
Absolutely.
And on top of that,
Okay.
they carry comprehensive insurance.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking public liability,
Okay.
which protects against damage to property or injury,
Yeah.
and professional indemnity,
Uh-huh.
which safeguards you if there are errors or omissions in their service
Right.
that lead to financial losses.
It's like having a safety net for your entire project.
You're not just mitigating risk.
Yeah,
You're adding a whole layer of security
right.
that just wouldn't be there if you were doing this on your own.
Exactly.
It's all about peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Choosing a professionally insured drone service
Yeah,
gives you that extra reassurance that you're protected.
right.
So we've covered compliance,
Yeah.
safety expertise,
Uh-huh.
and data security.
Okay.
But the question remains,
Yeah.
what tangible value does a professional drone service actually offer?
That's where things get really interesting. It's not just about the drone itself.
Right.
It's about the expertise they bring to the table, turning that raw data into valuable insights.
They give a great example.
Okay.
In the article
Okay.
about agricultural applications,
Uh-huh.
imagine using NDVI,
Okay.
which measures vegetation health.
Right.
Horus can actually tell a farmer
Uh-huh.
precisely where their crops need a boost.
Oh, wow.
That saves the farmer money on fertilizer,
Yeah.
and it's better for the environment.
It's a perfect example of how drone technology, combined with the right expertise, can make a real difference.
It can.
And that expertise
Yeah.
extends beyond just data analysis.
Okay.
Horus takes a very hands-on approach.
They do.
Throughout the entire process.
So they break it down into 3 key phases.
Okay.
Starting with pre-flight planning,
Mm-hmm.
where they do things like consultations
Okay.
and site surveys
Right.
to really understand the client's needs.
Okay.
Then there's the on-site execution,
Yeah.
focusing on safe and precise operations.
Uh-huh.
And finally, the post-flight data processing,
Right.
which is where the magic happens.
That's where their value really shines through.
They can create these incredibly detailed orthomosaic maps
Yeah.
by stitching together high-resolution images.
Okay.
So you get this measurable bird's-eye view of an area.
Right.
And then there are 3D models,
Mm-hmm.
which are fantastic for things like virtual exploration
Mm-hmm.
or progress monitoring on construction sites.
Okay.
They even mention using thermal imaging
Oh, wow.
to detect heat loss in buildings.
Right.
So imagine being able to pinpoint exactly where insulation is failing.
Yeah.
That's incredibly valuable for energy efficiency
Right.
and cost saving.
Absolutely. And in agriculture,
Right.
multispectral imaging can be used to assess crop health,
Yeah.
identify areas that need attention,
Uh-huh.
and even optimize irrigation.
It's about getting data that's specifically tailored to your needs,
It is.
not just a generic flyover.
Right. It's not just about the cool technology. It's
Okay.
about getting tangible results.
Right.
Horus understands that data is only valuable
Yeah.
if you can actually use it to
Mhm.
make informed decisions.
Exactly. Now, having seen all of this,
Yeah.
it brings up a key question
Okay.
for our listener.
Uh-huh.
Is it better to develop your own in-house drone capabilities
Right.
or go with a drone-as-a-service provider?
Mm-hmm.
Like Horus,
That's a great question.
it is.
And there's no easy answer.
There's no,
Building an in-house drone program
Right.
means investing in equipment,
Yeah.
training software,
Uh-huh.
and keeping up with those constantly changing regulations.
It's a big commitment,
It is.
but it might be the right choice
Yeah.
for businesses with constant ongoing drone needs,
Mm-hmm.
where control over data and operations is really important.
Right.
On the other hand,
Okay.
choosing a DOS provider like Horus gives you access to their expertise and equipment
Mm-hmm.
on demand.
Okay.
You get the benefits of their experience,
Right.
their compliance knowledge,
Yeah.
and their data processing capabilities
Uh-huh.
without the upfront investment
Okay.
and ongoing overhead.
So it's a great option for businesses that need drone services
Right.
for specific projects or on a less frequent basis.
Yeah, you get the expertise you need
Yeah.
without the hassle of managing it all yourselves.
Exactly.
Plus, even if you do decide to go the DIY route,
Okay.
there's still a lot of value in consulting with experts.
Yeah.
Like Horus,
For sure.
they can help you navigate the complexities of UK drone regulations,
Uh-huh.
share best practices,
Yeah.
and even help you develop a robust drone program
Okay.
that meets your specific needs.
Speaking of regulations,
Okay,
let's shift gears a bit
right?
and look at the broader landscape
Okay.
of UK drone regulations.
It's good.
This is where things get interesting.
All right?
Because the rules are constantly evolving,
Yeah.
and staying ahead of those changes is critical
It is.
for any business using drones.
Beyond the Buzz actually does a really good job
Okay.
of outlining some key resources
Uh-huh.
for understanding UK drone laws.
Okay.
The Civil Aviation Authority
Right, the CAA.
is the main governing body.
Yeah.
And their website is a goldmine of information.
Okay.
And Horus provides some helpful guides as well,
Oh, cool.
which can be a good starting point
Yeah.
for anyone looking to get a deeper understanding
Mm-hmm.
of the rules.
Okay.
I remember GDPR,
Right.
the UK's data protection law,
Yeah.
also comes into play,
Mm-hmm.
especially since drone operations
Right.
often involve collecting data
Yeah.
that could be considered personal.
Okay.
So we've got the CAA
Yeah.
for drone-specific regulations
Mm-hmm.
and GDPR for data protection.
Right.
what are some of the key things
Okay.
that businesses need to be aware of
Yeah.
as these regulations evolve?
One of the major trends we're seeing is
Okay.
an increasing focus on airspace management
Okay.
as more and more drones
Right.
take to the skies.
Mm-hmm.
Ensuring their safe and efficient integration
Okay.
with traditional air traffic is becoming really paramount.
So it's about creating a system
It is.
where drones can operate safely
Yeah.
alongside manned aircraft.
Absolutely, and we're seeing a lot of development
Okay.
in UTM or unmanned traffic management systems,
Right.
which are designed to coordinate drone flights
Right.
and prevent collisions.
So think of it as air traffic control
Yeah,
for drones,
exactly.
which makes a lot of sense
It
to me,
does.
especially as drone technology gets more advanced
Yeah.
and their applications expand.
Mm-hmm.
We need a system that can manage all that complexity. Absolutely. Another area of focus
Right.
is remote identification.
All right.
The CAA is working on regulations
Mm-hmm.
that would require drones to be identifiable remotely,
Okay.
almost like a digital license plate.
Interesting.
So it's about transparency
Right.
and accountability
Yeah.
in the drone ecosystem,
Hmm.
making sure that drones are operating within designated areas
Okay.
and holding operators responsible
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for any violations.
So it's about safety,
It is.
security,
Mhm.
and making sure that drones are used ethically
Right.
and responsibly.
With all these changes happening,
Yeah.
what does this mean for businesses?
Well, first and foremost,
Okay.
staying informed is crucial. It is. The drone industry is moving fast,
Yeah.
and regulations are evolving rapidly. It's not a set it and forget it situation.
Right.
You need to be actively engaged
Okay.
and stay up to date on the latest developments.
So regularly checking the CAA website,
Exactly.
subscribing to industry newsletters,
Uh-huh.
things like that.
Things like that. And then there's the question of compliance.
Right.
How can businesses ensure they're operating within the law?
Yeah.
Especially with these constantly changing regulations.
It can feel like a moving target.
It can that's where expert advice comes in.
Okay.
Consulting with a specialist like Horus drones
Right.
can be really invaluable.
Yeah.
They can help you navigate the complexities of the
Right.
regulations
Right.
and interpret the latest changes and develop a really robust compliance strategy
Yeah.
that's tailored to your specific operations.
So it's not just about knowing the rules.
It's not.
It's about understanding how they apply
Yeah.
to your unique circumstances.
Right. And remember, compliance isn't just about avoiding penalties. It's about building trust.
Mhm.
When you operate drones responsibly
Yeah.
and within the regulations, you demonstrate to your clients, your partners, and the public
Okay.
that you take safety and accountability seriously. It's
Yeah.
about building a culture of compliance
It is.
within your organization.
So it's about integrating responsible drone practices
Exactly.
into the fabric of your business.
Exactly. Now, here's something else to consider.
Okay.
The UK government is actively promoting the growth of the drone industry.
That is interesting.
They see the immense potential
Yeah.
of drones across various sectors, from
Okay.
agriculture and construction to delivery and even emergency services.
Wow.
So regulations aren't just about restrictions.
Right.
They're also about creating a framework
Mm-hmm.
that fosters innovation
Okay.
and responsible growth.
They want to create an environment
They do.
where businesses can thrive
Right.
while ensuring safety and public acceptance.
Right. It sounds like businesses have a
Yeah.
role to play
Fair.
in shaping the future of drone regulations.
They absolutely do. Businesses can provide valuable feedback
They
to
can.
the CAA,
Mm-hmm.
share their experiences,
Yeah.
and contribute to the development of regulations
Right.
that are practical,
Right.
effective,
Mhm.
and support innovation.
It's about engaging with the regulatory process.
It is.
Not just passively following the rules.
So what's the key takeaway?
The drone industry is dynamic,
Okay.
exciting, and full of potential,
Yeah.
but it's also complex
Right.
and constantly evolving.
Yeah.
The key is to embrace that dynamism,
Okay.
stay informed,
Uh-huh.
engage with the regulatory process,
Mm-hmm.
and most importantly,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to seek expert advice.
That's good advice.
By doing so, you can position your business to thrive
Right.
in this really exciting world of UK drones.
Now that we've explored this evolving landscape
Yeah.
for drone regulations,
Mm-hmm.
let's dive into the technology itself
Okay.
and the incredible ways it's being
Okay.
used to solve real-world problems.
Sounds good.
Welcome back to our deep dive into professional drone services in the UK. In part one, we talked about the core values like safety and compliance expertise and data security.
Yeah, and in part two, we looked at the evolving landscape of UK drone
Right,
regulations.
we talked about staying informed and engaged.
And now in part three, we're going to get into the technology itself
Yes.
and the incredible ways drones are being used to solve real-world problems.
Because it's not just about flying robots.
Right.
It's about the data they collect
Yeah,
and the insights we can gain from that data.
exactly. Beyond the Buzz has some great examples
Okay.
of how professional drone services use technology to
Mhm.
deliver actual results. Like, remember those orthomosaic maps
Yeah,
and 3D models?
the ones that look like they're from a video game?
They are created using sophisticated software like
Oh,
Pix4D and Agisoft Metashape
okay.
to process the images that the drones capture.
And these aren't just pretty pictures.
And not.
They're powerful tools.
Yeah, for things like surveying, construction planning,
Oh,
and
yeah.
even monitoring environmental changes over time.
So instead of like sending a surveyor out
Right.
to painstakingly measure a site,
Yeah,
you can get this highly accurate 3D body
exactly.
from a drone.
Uh-huh.
That saves a lot of time and money.
It does. And then there's the whole world of sensors.
Oh, right.
Drones can be equipped with all sorts of sensors
Okay.
beyond just standard cameras.
Like,
They mentioned thermal imago,
mm-hmm.
which is used for detecting heat differences,
Mm-hmm.
and multispectral imaging,
Okay.
which captures data across different wavelengths of light.
Wow.
So it reveals information that we can't even see with the naked eye.
I remember reading about how they use thermal imaging
Uh-huh.
to identify heat loss in buildings.
Right.
That's got to be really valuable for energy efficiency.
It is. And multispectral imaging
Yeah.
is a game changer for agriculture.
How so?
You can assess crop health, identify areas that are stress or disease,
Okay.
and even optimize irrigation
Right.
based on the data.
So it's all about getting that specific targeted information
It is.
that can really inform decision-making.
Exactly.
And it seems like the technology is just getting better and better.
It is. There are new sensors coming out all the time.
Like what?
There's LUDR,
Okay.
which uses lasers to create these incredibly detailed 3D point clouds,
Wow.
and hyperspectral imaging, which captures hundreds of bands of light for super precise analysis,
Uh-huh.
and even sensors that can detect gas leaks or radiation.
It's mind-blowing how far this technology has come.
It is.
As these sensors become even more sophisticated
Yeah,
and more affordable,
right.
the possibilities are really endless.
We're seeing drones used for everything.
I know, it's crazy.
From inspecting bridges and power lines
Mm-hmm.
to monitoring wildlife populations
Wow.
and delivering medical supplies to remote areas.
So it's really transforming industries
It is.
across the board.
And it's not just the hardware either.
Yeah.
It's also the software and the algorithms
Right.
that help make sense of all this data.
Because there's a lot of it.
Artificial intelligence and machine learning
Yeah.
are huge in automating data analysis,
Mhm.
identifying patterns,
Okay.
and extracting actual insights
Yeah.
from all that raw information.
It's not enough to just collect the data.
It's not.
You need to be able to actually use it.
You do. That's where the value is.
It's amazing.
It's
and a little bit intimidating to
Yeah.
think about how quickly this field is evolving.
It is, but in the middle of all this innovation,
Right.
it's important to remember that technology is just a tool.
It is.
It's human expertise,
Yeah.
creativity, and problem solving
Yeah.
that unlocks its true potential.
It's about using this technology ethically,
Exactly.
responsibly,
Mhm.
and for the benefit of society.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive,
All right.
I want to leave you with a question.
All right?
How could drone technology be used to solve a challenge or opportunity
Okay.
in your industry or field?
That's a good question.
The possibilities really are limitless.
They are, maybe it's a way to streamline operations,
Right.
improve efficiency,
Yeah.
gather data that you've never had access to before,
Mhm.
or even create entirely new products or services.
The key is to be curious,
Yeah.
to explore,
Mm-hmm.
to think outside the box.
Right. Don't be afraid to experiment and see where drone technology can take you.
This deep dive has given you a glimpse
It has.
into the world of professional drone services.
Yeah.
In the UK, we've talked about safety compliance expertise,
Yeah.
the regulations, the technology.
It's fascinating.
It is, but remember, the journey doesn't end here.
Okay.
Stay informed, stay curious, and keep exploring the possibilities.
Yeah, I like it.
The future of drone technology is bright,
It is.
and it's up to all of us to shape it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was fun.
We'll be back soon with another fascinating exploration of the topics that matter to you.